Greetings to readers, viewers, and listeners, and welcome to this next edition of the Autistic SuperBlog's The Hot Take. This one's going to be my review of the recent Superman movie that was out on that was out in the movies recently. And I've got to say, I mean, it really ties everything together. It ties family. It ties great. It deals with trauma. It deals with family, and it also deals with who you are as an individual. And I've got to say, it was really, really well done. So, as someone who's watched all three Superman, along with Superman Returns, I could definitely say this was a worthy addition to the Superman library. Granted, I've not seen any other superhero movies at that point other than Batman. But I felt like it was a really well done piece. I'm not going to get any spoilers here, but point stands that if you want a message about accepting the challenges that you have, accepting the trauma that you went through, and accepting what what kind of the positive things in your life, this Superman is the one for you. I feel like it was a great return to form, and I feel like it was a great movie to really like get like people empowered. Um, I myself have dealt with a lot of trauma in my life, and I've dealt with a lot of trauma in my life, and I've dealt with a lot of bad stuff in my life. But I've also seen the good stuff in other people too. I've seen people like 9/11, for example. People were going into the Twin Towers to help others. That's kind of the whole situation that the Superman movie entailed to me. It showed that heroes are not just their superpowers. Heroes, and that can happen for anyone, Superman and all of us, can feel like we can be heroes, not just with the bad that's going on with around us, but with the good that we do in our lives, the examples that we have as individuals. Not going to get into any kind of spoilers or anything like that, but I'm just saying that was something that really like endeared me to this movie. It was a really great one. Um, there are ways of doing moral movies that are good, and Superman's one of them. But then there are also like puff pieces like Saving Christmas, for example, which is absolute dreck in my opinion. The reason I bring this up is because Saving Christmas was all a bunch of nonsense, but it had little substance, if anything. Superman had more substance, and it had more depth to it, I think. Um, and there was a lot of movie, there was a lot of there was a lot of world building, but there was also a lot of like expounding on who Superman is, not just as a person with a cape, with the S, the symbol of hope, and all that stuff. It's about what you do with the powers that you have. I mean, I can go on the Autistic Superblog. I always try and tell the truth. I always try and make sure that I'm feeling things that are what I'm feeling. But the one thing I never want to do is try to lie to people. I never try and say anything that I feel is not true. And I always like to make sure that everyone gets. I mean, that that if you read the Autistic Super blog or listen to the Autistic Super channel, and for you readers and viewers and listeners that listen to this, I want to thank you all so much. Um, but I always like to make sure I'm giving you how I'm feeling about a certain thing. That's kind of the same thing here with Superman. I mean, it's not just about the cape, it's not just about the powers, it's about what you do with what you have, the morals that you learn, the the knowledge that you have, not only about not only about your home planet, but also about what you know about people in general. Like, there are good people and there are bad people. It's just which side you want to go on. And that was actually the takeaway that I got from Superman the movie, and I thought it was really, 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 really well done. I thought it was really great, and that's gonna do it for this short um this short spoiler-free version of the Autistic Superblog's The Hot Take. If you like these videos, you readers and readers listeners, please like, share, and subscribe. And you can check out all my videos not only here on the Autistic Super channel, but you can also check me out on Facebook, X, Blue Sky, all that stuff. And you can check out all my videos on the AutisticSuperblog.wordpress.com. Until next time, dear readers and listeners, stay safe, stay strong, and as always, shine on.